Well, let's have a look at Tuesday on 4. And at 8, what happened to traitors in the Tower of London? At 9, inside the mind of Alex Ferguson with football stories. And at 10, following Scotland Yard's elite squad of Undercover Cops. And that's Tuesday night on 4. It's quite darling. Coming up this morning, drastic measures in hang time. That's in 20 minutes after Simon and Makita help us enter a world of non-stop pop. It may be Irene's birthday, but nobody said it would be happy. Real World Seattle in 25 minutes after hang time. He gave love a bad name. Look out for a guest appearance by John Bon Jovi in brand new Ally McBeal on E4 tonight at 9. Back to Channel 4 this morning, where we prefer the real world. More star interviews, great programmes and top-class silliness in T4 Daily just half an hour away. First, I declare this episode of Futurama open.
Jeannie needs to use some gentle persuasion on Anspar's son. Today's ER is next this morning on 4. Peter Cushing is the mysterious time traveller in our Tuesday matinee Doctor Who and the Daleks today at 1:45. Right now, Doug would like to spring a surprise in ER. Well, an ER a day keeps our viewers at bay. It's back tomorrow at 11. Animal doctoring for a majestic bird of prey in pet rescue today at 3:15. Coming next, a policewoman's lot. She has a now familiar name. She is the real Bridget Jones. 4's getting in a double for you. Lunchtime drinking with 2 episodes of Cheers starting in 5 minutes. First, though, a young policewoman who turns heads when she introduces herself. We've a change to the programmes in some listings now on 4. In the first of a Cheers double bill, we discover Woody was a fat boy, but now he's slim. The first big screen outing for one of the greatest sci-fi series in British TV history. Peter Cushing faces his deadliest foe in Doctor Who and the Daleks at 1:45. Right now on 4, Montel. There's loads of advice and information for young people and parents at channel4.com/health, where you also have the opportunity to ask confidential questions online. In 15 minutes, Peter Cushing is Doctor Who, facing those terrifying Pepper Potts, the Daleks, in our Tuesday matinee. First, a child star who remains a legend. Icon celebrates the style of Dame Elizabeth Taylor. A magnificent peregrine falcon literally has a pain in the neck in Pet Rescue at 3:15. Headaches, I'm sure, for the contestants on 15 to 1 and Countdown before Richard and Judy ask Vanity, is thy name now Man? That's live at 5. That's Tuesday's daytime here on 4. After we exterminate.
4 Daytime enters the quiz zone in half an hour, and then Richard and Judy ask if men are more vain than women, what with our facial scrubs and nasal hair trimmers. Could it be that we humans are totally alone in the universe? All that live at 5. First on 4 though, on a wing and a prayer, it's Pet Rescue. This is 4 Daytime and welcome to the quiz zone. Countdowns in half an hour, and that's right after 15 to 1. First on 4 though, Countdown, and the programme was recorded before the death of the Queen Mother. Cliff Richard and Eunice Stubbs are 2 young things taking a double-decker to sunny Europe. Summer holidays, tomorrow afternoon's film at 1:20. Well, next on 4 Daytime, it's Richard and Judy, and they've got details about today's show coming up in just a moment.
She couldn't have had a more fitting farewell. Tonight, we look back at the Queen Mother's uplifting funeral.
We'll show you the highlights of a remarkable day and hear from people who were there. Back in a minute.
From the time of Cromwell to the Second World War, the Tower of London has been the place where spies have been executed. Find out more in the Tower tonight at 8 o'clock. Now for Daytime, though, it's Richard and Judy. It's the final week for those Edenites, and they're getting closer to the £10,000 prize. More next here on 4. A nasty piece of work gets more than he bargained for in Hollyoaks at 6:30. First on 4, though, we begin our final week in Eden. She's blonde and she's beautiful, so why is she wearing Tony's dressing gown? Hollyoaks is next on 4. Sammy just doesn't know when to keep her mouth shut. Brookside tomorrow on 4 at 8 o'clock. Now for, though, Tony's bedroom attire is attracting a lot of unwelcome attention. And tonight at 9, Football Stories gets inside the mind of a soccer enigma, Alex Ferguson. Now though, Jon Snow with Krishnan Gurumurthy and Channel 4 News.
Former German POWs pay an emotional visit to the place where they were imprisoned in the Tower of London at 8 o'clock here on 4, after artist Zoe Mendelsohn shares her experience of living with diabetes. To find out more about living with diabetes, visit the Channel 4 Health House at channel4.com/health. From Cromwell's would-be assassin to POWs and spies of the 1940s, tales of wartime imprisonment and execution now on 4 in the Tower. And that'll be at the same time, 8 o'clock next Tuesday. Well, it's all kicking off tonight on 4. He's ruthless, inspiring and a master of mind games. We may know a lot about his success on the pitch, but what goes on inside the mind of Alex Ferguson? Football Stories is next. top drama for Wednesday night with ER and Teachers from 9 o'clock tomorrow. Now in the first of a new series of football stories on the eve of Manchester United's crucial Champions League quarter-final, 4 gets inside the mind of Alex Ferguson. There is strong language in the programme. The Channel 4 book Football Stories, Bad Boys and Hard Men is out now, priced $9.99. If you'd like to order a copy, call 0870 1234 344 or just click onto channel4.com/shop. Next on 4, meet the men who've risked their lives to infiltrate gangs of drug smugglers, terrorists and violent criminals, all in a highly dangerous day's work for Scotland Yard's Undercover Cops. Take a peek at the flash world of London's young social elite at 11:05. Expect strong language from the start, now on 4. For the first time on television, we reveal the secret world of Scotland Yard's elite Undercover Cops. You can see part 2 of Undercover Cops next Tuesday at the same time. There's a taster of that coming up. 4's unwrapping the Mark Thomas product at 11 o'clock tomorrow night. Coming up tonight, meet Michelle and Alex. They're young, successful, with serious money, living the life of London's social elite in Flash next.
The adrenaline rush is huge and addictive. In the course of any one day, I'd be 3 different people. If you're living this life day in, day out, then people's boundaries start to get blurred. After 2 years, I became ill.
Undercover Cops, next Tuesday at 10 on 4.
Showing as part of British Film Month over on Film 4, Johnny Lee Miller and Robert Carlyle star as the dandy highwayman Plunkett and McLean tomorrow at 8. To subscribe, just call free on 0800 44 1234. So what's it like to live the high life when you're young and worth a mint? Here's the first in a new series following 5 of London's flash movers and shakers. Tonight, Michelle and Alex. Flash is in business again, same time next Tuesday. Well, you might not want to be Flash, but if you've got a big idea and you want to make it happen, the Real Deal website has information to help you. Visit channel4.com/realdeal. Coming up, a teacher experiencing sexual disorientation is not a pretty sight. Next, here on 4. A thorough examination of the anatomy of desire is coming up at 1:10. First on 4 with strong language from the start. It takes a lot to leave teachers gobsmacked, but JP manages beautifully. Hear the rustle of petticoats at 2:05. Victorians Uncovered follows the anatomy of desire, which is for adults only now on 4, with images and scenes of sexual behaviour which you may find disturbing. Revealing the darker side of the Phoenician civilization in Secrets of the Dead tomorrow at 2:20. Now on 4, married life sure ain't what it used to be. Victorians Uncovered. To lift the skirt of 19th century respectability, visit the Victorians Uncovered website at channel4.com/history. Bang up to date next on 4. It's a right royal tussle on the footy pitch. Torino v Bologna in Football Italia. Channel 4 magazine to accompany the series is available monthly from newsagents, priced $2.95. Full details on the website at channel4.com/sport. Next up, Channel 4 meets some teenage diabetics who are trying to cope with the disease in Life is Sweet. Now on 4, it takes discipline if you're a teenager with diabetes in Life is Sweet.